Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for joining today. So today we're going to do a 45 minutes class. It's going to be a good class for after work, so rebalancing and releasing any stress. So you won't need anything but your mats. It's an all-level class, so I'll give variations for different levels. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and sit down on your mat. Find yourself a comfortable position. Cross your legs or sit back on your heels. We're going to just start by finding presence. Close your eyes and bring your hands down on your knees. And straighten your back, elongate your spine. Stand up nice and straight. And just start by observing how you're breathing without trying to change the breath for now. Just bring your concentration onto your breath. If you're feeling like you haven't been breathing freely through the abdomen, just slow down gradually that breath. Release your shoulders down. Release any muscle that you don't need to be sitting and breathing in this moment. And just without judging anything, just see how you're feeling. If you're feeling really anxious or slow or sad or anything you're feeling, just see it. Just take your consciousness to that feeling without judging it, without trying to get rid of it. Just be aware of it. And come to that accepting state of mind. Being aware that the more you're accepting with yourself, the more you'll be accepting with others. Keep on breathing slow. Breathe through the abdomen, so your stomach is blowing in, up and down with the air. Release the muscles of the abdomen as the air comes in without forcing your stomach to blow up with air. Wonderful. Now the next breath, we're going to take a big inhale and exhale through the mouth, just letting it all out with the mouth open. So take a big inhale. And open that mouth out wide and let it all out. Release. Inhale again. And one last time, inhale. So really that breath of release, so like if you were sighing it all out. Letting go of everything you did during the day, leaving it behind. And slowly blink your eyes open. And we're going to come onto hands and knees. And I want you to tuck your back toes in and bring your forehead to the ground. So it's a puppy pose. It's a little bit more active than a child's pose. And extend your arms out in front of you on the mat and bring that forehead to the ground with your hips up and over your knees. So really stay here. Release the weight of your chest towards the ground. And imagine that you're sending anything, any thoughts that you have into the ground through your forehead, just releasing it down to the earth. Open those shoulders nice and wide. And the next thing is you're going to interlace your fingers and bring your hand, your fist overhead. Keep that forehead to the ground and bring your hand up and over your head. So you can really feel that release in your shoulders, opening up, releasing those knots or tensions that you have in the upper back. And let it release into the ground. And breathe nice and deep. Release your hands back to the ground and come back to a tabletop. And we're going to start waking up the spine a little bit just with a few cat-cows. So I want you to make that cat-cow as open and creative as you need, so you can start making some movement back and forth. Inhale with the cow and exhale cat and push forward, bring yourself forward, and as you come back into cow, tilt back. So bring some movement into the cat-cow here. Push into your shoulder blades when you're in cat, and bring your chin in towards your chest. And then come back. Just imagine those waves coming through your spine. Inhale and exhale, come forward. So you can keep your toes tucked in the back so you're more active in that movement. And bring a figure 8 now into the cat-cow. So start making circles with your hips and your head, going from one side to the other. Always have the freedom of really listening to your body and see what feels better for you. Play around, and listen to your body. And if it doesn't feel good, take a step back. It doesn't matter. Don't force yourself to do something you think looks good but doesn't feel good. And change the circle, go the opposite way. And slowly come back to the center. Push into downward facing dog. So have your hands shoulder distance apart and feet at hip distance apart. Exhale, bring those hips up toward the sky. Externally rotate those shoulders up and away from your ears. If it's your first downward facing dog, you can keep your legs nice and bent and really send those sitting bones up towards the sky. Push into your palms into the ground as well as your feet. And slowly extend the legs if you're able to. What's important is that your spine is in a healthy shape. So if you're completely rounding your spine but your legs are straight, then bend your legs a little bit. And we're going to bring that movement of the wave into the downward facing dog. So you're going to inhale, push into your toes, bring yourself forward over your hands. And as you exhale, you're going to do like a cow tilt and push back into downward facing dog. So you really have that movement rounding your back as you push yourself forward. Exhale. Come back into downward facing dog and tilt your pelvis out. So it might be a bit strange if you've never done this movement before. Don't worry about it. Just play around and then eventually you'll find the movement. Come forward and push back. Really push into those hands. Send your chest down towards the ground and gaze back towards your knees. And slowly we're going to tiptoe our feet forward towards our hands. Open your feet a little bit more than hips distance. Bend those legs. Release your hands down towards the ground. You can take your elbows into your hands and just sway a little bit side to side here. Release your head. No tension in the neck. Wonderful. And come back to center. You're going to open your legs a little bit further wide. So I'm going to come facing this way so you can see me better. Open a little further on the mat. Keep those hands on the floor and bend your legs. And you're going to come bending your right leg. And don't send your hips entirely down. I want you to bring your hands over towards your left foot. And really send the right knee open towards the side. You'll feel a nice opening in your side body. You're on the tips of your fingers here. Your feet are flat on the ground. And push back to center and come to the other side. Bend into your left leg. Send that knee open towards the side and bring your hands over to your right side on the tips of your fingers and really extend and let your head fall down. Like if you're trying to bring the ground towards you with your fingers. So it's a bit intense on the legs, but it's a really nice opening. You can also feel that in the leg and come back to center. You're going to tiptoe your feet back together and release your hands down to the ground. Roll up back to standing nice and slow. And your head comes last. Wonderful. Come to standing. I'm going to come back facing this way on the mat. We're going to come into eagle pose. So you're going to bring your right hand out in front of you and the left on top and cross your arms so you bring your hands in prayer like this if I'm facing you. And sit down like if you were in chair pose. Bend your legs slightly and bring your right leg over the left, still sitting down, and try to hook your foot behind your leg. If you can't hook it, you can leave your foot pointing down toward the ground. Otherwise, hook that foot. Sit down, really sit down towards, trying to find that support in your legs. And center yourself so your legs come slightly towards the right and your arms slightly towards the left. Find that point of focus. Find balance on your foot. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Release your legs and your arms are still crossed here. And you're going to send that right leg back and come into warrior three with your arms still crossed. So try to reach with that back leg. If you can, extend the leg that you're standing on. If you can't, just keep a micro bend. Make sure your chest is still open, even if your arms are crossed. And release those arms, come into a high lunge. Bring that back foot on the floor. Open those arms, cactus to the side, open your chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Nice bend in the front leg. Breathe. And come back to the top of the mat. So push yourself up to standing again. Take yourself a second to breathe here. If you need to, shake that leg out. We worked on one leg. Wonderful. And we're going to come to the other side. So cross your arms the opposite way. So it's always confusing, this one. So cross this time the left over the right. And the left leg is going to come over the right. So bend down into seated. Send that left leg over the right. And same thing here. Try to hook your foot if possible. If not, just point it down towards the ground and find your point of focus in front of you. So we're working on the nervous system here. We'll get a nice rush of blood, fresh blood, when we take away the bind. Wonderful. Inhale here and exhale. Release your legs. Keep your arms crossed and come into warrior three. So send that leg back, extended, parallel to the floor, and your chest also comes down parallel to the floor. Try to keep that chest open. Imagine that you're reaching from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And release your arms. Bring that back foot to the ground. Come into high lunge. Open your arms to the side. Cactus those arms. Open your fingers nice and wide. And open the chest. Look up. So I really want you to open from the chest, not from the lower back. Bring that opening in the chest. Look up. Breathe nice and deep. And come back to the top of the mat. So step up to the front of the mat to standing. Take a second here. Same thing. You can shake your leg out if needed. Now we're going to come to a nice side bend. So bring your hands together. Interlace your fingers with the first finger straight out. Inhale up. Bring your right leg behind your left. Cross it. Both feet are on the ground. And exhale over to the left side. So send your hips over to the right and your fingers, hands over to the left. Make sure you're pressing down into the ground with both feet. And you're opening your chest so you're not folding down to the ground this way. Good. Reach with those hands. Feel that nice stretch in the side body. Inhale. Come back to center. This time, cross your left leg behind your right. Feet flat on the ground. And exhale over to the right. Send your hips to the left side. Both feet are flat on the ground. And reach with those hands. Inhale, come back to center, uncross the legs. And let your hands come down slowly. Feel the blood coming down back to your fingers. You might feel a little bit of tingling in your fingers. Just give me a second. I realize that I forgot to put the time in front of me, which means I could go on forever. Wonderful. We're going to come into tree pose. So come to standing and bring your right leg up. And you can bring it either inside your leg, so wherever you feel, it's up towards your groin or under your knee, over under the knee always. Or if you have that flexibility, you can take your ankle from the outside and bring your foot up. Let that knee fall out and bring it down. So you can see the bottom of your foot. So this is already great. You can stay here, bring your hands in prayer or up towards the sky. And if you're more advanced, you can wrap your right arm around you and bring and hold on to your big toe with your hand. So find your point of focus in front of you. Find wherever you find your balance. So you might not find it at the beginning. Remember to breathe nice and slow and unclench your jaws. Find that balance. Wonderful. Okay, you're a tree, you're rooting down into the earth, sending your branches out towards the sky. So really the energy running through you. Wonderful. Now if you're in this advanced posture here, we're going to try for a forward bend. So you're going to hinge from the hips, come forward with an exhale. Hinge forward. You can slightly bend your knee, that's not a problem. If you need to, you can let go of the big toe. And slowly hinge forward. And come back up slowly. Trying to keep that foot in the groin. And once you're up, release your foot. Shake it out again. If you fell out of the posture, don't worry about it. Some days you have good balance and some days not, and that's perfectly fine. And we're going to go to the other side. So bring that left foot up. Same thing here. You can bring it up over the knee or under the knee, or take your ankle from the outside. Bring that foot up. Release the knee down. And you can try wrapping your hand around you and grabbing onto your big toe. So there we go. You know you find that point. Your foot needs to be relatively high so that you can grab onto your toe. And bring the other arm up towards the ceiling. Find that point of focus. Breathe nice and deep. If you feel like challenging yourself, you can even try closing your eyes. But if it's not one of those days with balance, then it's perfectly fine with the eyes open. And we're going to try for a little forward fold again. So hinge from the hips. Reach forward nice and slow towards the ground. Bring your fingers to the ground. If you need to, you can slightly bend that leg. That's perfectly fine. And come back up slowly. Once you're up to standing, release your foot and shake it out. Come down on your mat. We're going to take a slight child's pose. Open your knees nice and wide. Bring your forehead to the ground. Reach forward with those hands and bring that forehead to the ground. Once again, really releasing to the ground and making sure you're not clenching anything. And come back up, bring your hands under your shoulders, push yourself up. And we're going to take a nice shoulder stretch. So inhale, bring your right arm up towards the sky, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle. So thread your right arm under the left and reach as far as you can with that arm on the ground. Bring your cheeks to the ground like if you were listening to something in the ground. And you can also bring your left arm overhead, fingertips to the ground. This is one option here. You can bring that arm behind you and trying to reach your right leg, with that hand. Whichever is more comfortable for you. Listen to yourself. Release your neck. Close your eyes. And feel that nice release in the shoulders. Wonderful. Bring your left hand back next to your face. Push yourself up and reverse. Bring the right arm up towards the ceiling, stretch up. And exhale, back down. Inhale, bring the left hand up towards the sky and thread it under the right. Reach as far as you can with that hand. Same options here. You can bring your hand up and overhead or behind you and reach that left leg with your right hand. And come back, bring your hand next to your face, push yourself up, rewind. The left hand comes up towards the sky and back down towards the ground. We're gonna do a little bit of a heart opening posture, so camel pose, Utkatasana. Come onto your knees. Bring your hands onto your hips on the lower back here. Inhale, reach up, so open your chest, bring your shoulders back before you go into the back bend and push your hips forward. I want you to really open your chest. Look up And hold here. Now, if this is already intense enough for you, you can stay here. Otherwise, with an exhale, now that your chest is open, you can lightly bring your hips forward and bring your hands down to your heels. Press those hips forward, open that chest, and if that's okay with your neck, release your head back. Opening up that heart, breathe nice and deep from the abdomen up to the chest. Make sure you don't have all the weight on your hands here. You want the weight to go forward. Tilt your pelvis in. Wonderful. Bring your hands back on your hips and slowly come back. Don't go too quick here, really slowly. And sit back onto your heels. Slight counter pose. Extend your arms out in front of you, bring your forehead to the ground just for a second here. And come back up. And we're going to come lying on our back into a shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. So if you happen to have high blood pressure or you have your period or something like that, please take a variation. Just lie down on your back and bring your legs up towards the sling, straight up. This is already a good variation. Otherwise, we're going to go a little bit further in the posture. So bring your hands, palms facing down. Your head is staying on the ground, so don't move your head as you do this, and slowly bring your legs up. So your abdomen here is working to bring your legs up towards the ceiling and place your hands behind your back. So you want to try to have your back as straight as possible and bring your hips up over your shoulders. So you're supporting your back with your hands. Release your legs so you don't have to point or keep your muscles tight here. Release your feet, your toes, your legs. And try to bring your chest up towards your chin. Breathe here. Look at your stomach blowing up with air. And feel the rush of the blood coming down towards your head. Close your eyes. So it's wonderful to get the blood coming up towards the head, especially if we're sitting the whole day and we feel our legs are heavy. We're reversing that in this posture. Wonderful. And from here, you can try and bring your legs back behind you. Slowly bring them back, supporting your back still. And if your toes are not touching the ground, you can open your legs to the side, and it will be easier to bring your toes towards the ground. Support that back, push it slightly up. If you have your legs straight, bring your toes back towards your forehead, and you can interlace your fingers behind your head and straighten your arms behind your back, If you feel any type of strain, something in your neck or in your back, please do not force yourself to stay in the posture. So this is a nice stretch for the whole back body. Wonderful. And bring your hands back on your back and slowly bring your legs back up and place your hands back on the ground, palms facing down. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra, without bringing your head off the ground. Bring those legs back down, all the way down to the ground. Just for a second here, breathe and feel the rush of the blood coming back down to your feet. Breathe deeply. And we're going to take a little counter pose here. So bring your hands under your bum, bring your legs together. Slide those hands down under your bum and bring the elbows also. Hide them under your back. Palms are facing down. Inhale and press into your elbows and open up your chest. Bring it up off the ground. And your head comes slightly down onto the ground. So all the weight is mainly on your elbows, not on your head. So really opening the chest here once again. I want you to take a full breath. So open up your chest as much as possible. The legs are neutral here, so relax the legs when you're here in this posture. Inhale, open up a little bit more. Exhale, release down, bring your head back in. And bring your hands out from under you. Release, open the legs to the side. Now take your head in between your hands and let the weight of your head come in your hands and bring your head up with your hands. Just get a nice neck stretch here. And then from side to side. Lightly stretch that neck. You really want to get all that extension. Wonderful. Come back to center. Release the leg down. And now bend both legs and cross the right leg over the left with the foot flexed. And bring the left leg off the ground. And bring your hands under the left knee. Interlace those fingers behind. And you're going to try to bring that leg in towards your chest, and your left knee is going to open up towards the side. You can use your hand to help open that knee, but I like to just bring my leg in, and you'll feel a nice lower back stretch and a nice hip opening on the right side. Getting my right and my left confused today. Sorry about that. Breathe here, nice and slow. So for those who have a lot of tightness in the lower back, this is a wonderful stretch that you can do. Nice to do it before going to bed. Also, you can do that lying in your bed easily. And let that foot fall back to the ground, and this time bring your left foot over the right. Flex the foot, interlace your fingers behind the right knee, and bring that right leg towards your chest. Feel that nice opening on the left side. Wonderful. Bring the foot back down to the ground. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll a little bit side to side. From right to left. And roll up and down. So we're just giving ourselves a little back massage. And slowly come back down. Hug your legs in one last time. You can bring your forehead to your knees. And release everything to the ground. Come to Shavasana. Take a big inhale, big exhale. All the same as the beginning, through the mouth as you exhale. So inhale. Release. A couple more times. Inhale. And last time. Inhale. And come to stillness. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this today. This is your own moment just for yourself. And in the end, it's also for the others, because taking the time to do this for yourself will help you feel better with yourself, with your feelings. Accepting yourself helps to accept others. And really let go of all your muscles. Make sure you're not holding in any more tension. Release those shoulders. From the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Make sure those lips are not tight, the jaws are released. Forehead, even the eyelids, really release all the possible muscles. And imagine that sensation of lying on a cloud. Imagine like the cloud was cotton and you were just lying on cotton, soft and comfy. You can stay here as long as you need. And if you want to come back slowly to your body, start stretching out, moving hands, toes, fingers, stretch out, roll over to one side. Keep your eyes closed. When you're ready, join me back in sitting posture. And we're going to finish off with 3 ohms, your universal mantra. Bring your hands in prayer in front of your chest. Inhale deeply. Inhale. Last time. Namasté. Thank you for joining the class today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, feel free to let me know in the comments, and if you would like to like the video for support and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much again, everyone, and have a wonderful rest of the day.